the first glance, North Korea may seem like a very peaceful country. Unfortunately, it isn't always what it seems like. North Korea is being ruled by one party. With the current leader Kim Jong-un, we may not see a change in the political situation of North Korea for a very long time. In the last months, North Korea has been testing ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Not every test was successful, but we still can see what the North Koreans are up to. Their biggest ICBM can reach all the way to the west coast of the USA. North Korea is becoming a serious threat to the military superpower. One of the latest advances against the dangerous behavior of the North Korean military was done by Trump, as he added the country back on the list of state sponsors of terrorism.
On the 20th of November 2017, Trump decided to put North Korea back on the list of terrorism sponsors. This is a list of all the countries that have repeatedly provided support for acts of international terrorism. North Korea was already put on the list in 1988 because North Korean agents planted a bomb on a South Korean plane, which killed 115 people. This was instructed by Kim Jong-il, the father of Kim Jong-un. In 2008, Bush removed North Korea from the list because he saw it as an opportunity to salvage a fragile nuclear deal in which North Korea would agree to halt its nuclear program. The decision of Trump to put North Korea back on the list should increase the pressure on North Korea to abandon its pursuit of nuclear weapons. It should force an end to the development of its nuclear weapons and ballistic missiles, and Trump also seeks for a complete denuclearization. Trump has also threatened the country fury and fire if it endangered the US again.
North Korea best not make any more threats to the United States. They will be met with fire and fury like the world has never seen.
This just continues to tighten the pressure on the Kim regime.
Secretary of State Rex W. Tillerson said after Trump's announcement.
All with an intention to have him understand that this is only going to get worse until you are ready to come and talk. A few days after the test of a new Hwasong-15 rocket, the US and South Korea started a maneuver. North Korea describes the missile as an ICBM that could reach the entire mainland of the United States. It is still unclear whether North Korea has developed the technology of the rocket and whether the regime is able to produce nuclear warheads which can be transported with a rocket. Also, it remains unclear whether the Hwasong-15 can successfully master the re-entry into the Earth's atmosphere. In response to the North Korean missile tests at the end of November, the Americans and the South Koreans prepared the largest ever joint Air Force maneuver. According to military sources, up to 12,000 soldiers and 230 aircraft could be deployed in any given moment. The rocket North Korea tested in the end of November, according to experts, would have enough range to reach the east coast of the United States. The Americans, as well as the South Korean and Japanese allies, have expanded their military activities in the region. Since October, they have performed 4 exercises. Although competition with China is the main reason for the strong American presence in Asia, it is publicly justified by the North Korean threat. The US Department of Defense believes Pyongyang has an army of over 1 million men. The armed force should have over 1,300 aircrafts and several thousand tanks. On Monday, the 11th of December 2017, USA, South Korea and Japan started a new maneuver in the region. With 4 warships in total between Japan and the Korean Peninsula, they practiced the repelling of ballistic rockets. China and Russia, which are allied with North Korea, think that those maneuvers should be stopped, and as a countermove, North Korea should stop their rocket tests. The situation right now is the vicious cycle of provocation and confrontation, and the only result is destabilization.
The nuclear tests are even a threat to the country itself. According to a Japanese media report, more than 200 people were killed at the nuclear test site Punggye-ri in North Korea because of tunnel collapses. The first tunnel collapse happened around the 10th of September 2017, and about 100 people were trapped. During attempts to rescue them, another collapse happened, and the death rate raised to over 200. The collapses probably happened because of the 6th nuclear test of the country on September 3rd, which had destabilized the region.
As North Korea tests more and more weapons of mass destruction, it's only fair from Trump to put them back on the list of terrorists. Placing troops around North Korea could be seen as a provocation. If the war begins, we will probably see a pretty quick destruction of all vital military locations of North Korea by the joint forces of the USA and South Korea. We can only hope that the offense against North Korea won't lead Russia in a war with the USA.